Hello, my name is Feldrin and welcome back to Dungeon Siege 3. Since last episode I did a whole lot of shopping. You can't currently see that though because I'm wearing this starter gear. So let's switch to the new stuff. Let's see. I still think I'm going to wear the sniper's arm guard, but let's switch to this one for a uniform appearance. And that, and over here. Now then, that makes a hell of a difference. I wish all the other companion characters would get a similarly large overhaul, but Reinhardt will be wearing the tweed things that he's wearing right now. I didn't really get a lot of good stuff for him so far. And let's see, there is also, as of course, Lucas on the other hand did get a massive upgrade in appearance. I think some of the parts are still old, but the most important things are new. And we'll see the rest of what he's got later on. He's got a pretty nice sword. And then there's of course Katarina, who has also slightly been upgraded in terms of appearance. It's mostly noticeable from the back. Alright, apart from this, let me just switch to the sniper's arm guard again. Where is it? That still looks alright. Apart from this, let me also try and find out some stuff about respeccing characters. There's one thing that I wanted to try out. Well, actually there's multiple things. So, let me just head back to the camp, respec, and then I'll just start killing some stuff and see how it works. Alright, and we are back at the Abbey. Before I respec, I might as well hand in the quest. I think that's from the guy that absconded with the chalice.
You have the chalice, but where is Marlowe?
Eaten by spiders. I found his bones in the desert.
That's horrible. I know I shouldn't feel sad. It's no worse than he deserved. Please, let me put the chalice back in our treasury. Don't tell anyone what I did. If they send me away, I have nowhere else to go.
Take the chalice. Your secret is safe with me.
You were not the guilty party, my dear. If you made a mistake, it was only for the sake of love. Or lust. Or possibly both.
Here, lest you think me ungrateful, this belonged to my father. I want you to have it as a gift. And if I ever recover my family's title, I shall remember my debt to the Legion. Thank you.
Alright, so let's respec and let's see whether we can make something new out of this character. Come on. There it is. Yes and no. No, don't. Good. Oh, this is just the usual stuff. And now we've got to build a character. Well, let's go with everything that increases damage. This one I want to have anyways. This one, more damage. This, yes. Let's try and see whether the damage over time things actually do anything at all. This is a 20% chance, so it increases to 100% chance. Let's just put more into fire for now. And what is this? Burning damage. Yes, then and that is also a 100%. What was this? 20%. Yep, 100%. Alright. And I think this is the last one. So once we ignite the ignite spell, then we also have a 100% chance to set things aflame with our normal attacks. And then there's one final point into, I don't know. Oh yes, of course, these are just... You can't really do anything here. Well, you can build for a character that's less good. And then there's, how many points? 6. The last one into this, and then I'm going to put the rest into the healing thing. Alright, so now I've got everything that deals damage over time stuff. Let's see whether it's actually worth anything at all. Let me find some enemies. Alright, enemies. Let's see how this works then. Are they on fire? Is it this? Ah, it's so sad. 10 to 30? Something like that? Let me get this one as well. Let's see whether that helps. 60. Only when I crit. So it's about 10 to 60? That's pitiful. That's less than a normal attack. I had really hoped it would be something like when an automaton puts an electricity thing on us, it deals a heck of a lot of damage really quickly. This is silly. I'm doing decent damage in melee, but that's always been the case. This isn't anything new. So, no, I don't think the damage over time thing is worth anything at all. 30, 30... They should all be on fire now, so... You can barely even see that they are. No, nope, nope, this is terrible. I'm not going to do this. No, let me go back and get something good. Alright, so let's get something else. Something that isn't focused on damage over time. Come on. There it is. Alright. And abilities. Okay. Oh, I can't do it like that. I have to wait for the level up screen. Huh. Okay. So, more damage for this. Yes, yes, please. Fall from the heavens. The 4-second knockdown is great, but let's just go for more damage as well. Hurl spear, yes, stun, please. Inner warmth, I'll put points into that once we have something left. Pillar of fire. A bit of a slow is very nice on this, so that people stay in the fire for much longer. Spinning kick. Well, if I'm going to melee anything at all at any point, this has to be used. Not the damage over time thingamajig though. Ignite would have been wonderful if these would have actually just buffed the damage buffing effect. But this is an ignite effect and that is a heal effect. You can't just tank certain enemies on hardcore difficulty and hope that this healing effect negates all the damage you're getting. You know what? Let's go with this one. I'm using the volatile barrier a lot, and this effect isn't that great, but to have it collapse and deal damage all around me, that's actually pretty nice. And then I've got 1 point left, which, well... yeah, let's build it into this one. Okay, there's actually nothing you can really customize here, I think. Unless you're going with a very weird melee build that focuses on block, and then go this one, and I think that one, yeah, it suffers burning damage over time. No, that just doesn't work. All the other stuff works splendidly though. I think we also had this one, and that, and then the buff for the heal, and that's it. Alright, that's really not much of a difference from what we were used to, but it's more focused. Okay, this is going to be a whole lot of walking back, so let me just skip that. Alright, and we are back at the witch's camp. I quickly saved over there, and now we're going to try and kill the goblin that evaded our murderous attempt last time, and what the fuck, this is way too many of these skeletons. Okay, I think they're all dead. That went a lot better than I expected. I love that spell. Actually, I love anything that hits for a critical. I think the companions also get to use the ultimate, because I've seen Reinhardt use the shield a hell of a lot of times already, and Lucas just used the damaging ultimate there. Also, look at that blade. I think Lucas and Anjali get the most interesting item upgrades in this area, in terms of visual upgrades. Alright, I think that's it for the trash mobs. So let's go murder a goblin. Actually, the first 2 times that I tried this fight just now both failed. One was almost a success, but just not yet. It's just a very terribly difficult fight because there's so much going on. Well, no, there's not that much going on, it's just that he deals so much damage. Shield, healing... I'm glad Lucas is still up. Let's get the cat out. Holy shit. Oh, Lucas is gone. Please focus on my cat. It will make my life so much better. Yeah, that would have already probably killed me if I didn't have the shield up. So let's try to keep the shield up, but even that... I think I need to dodge more in depth, but his explosions simply have a ridiculous range. I think if I can keep alive... No. Okay, but this should work. Yes, wonderful. Felt a bit like cheating. But, oh well. An overcharged synchronometer. Oh, there's still those guys left.
Much obliged.
Jesus Christ, they still have a lot of... No. Choke point, fire, death.
One more down.
Where are you going? Don't... Oh well. The cat just loves to pick a fight. Is there anything over here? There's a chest. The keyhole of this chest has 5 large openings. Pulling out the automaton's hand that you found in the desert, you fit the 5 fingers into the openings. With a series of whirs and clanks, the chest unlocks. That's a nice amount of money loot, probably. No lore though, eh? Oh well. Good, let's continue. I think we still need to collect a whole lot of stuff. Actually, let's just quickly see what kind of quests we still have. On holy ground is what exactly? Oh, return to the Meisters, of course. Travel to the Sand Spring Cavern, because we need a flask of holy oil. And we need the sacred words. And we need to find eggs for the witch. Oh, that's not that much, really. I think I know where this is. This should be pretty close by, so let's go and do that first. Yes, I think it's in this direction. Also, I quickly switched to Katarina, and apparently she also gets a weapon with a nice effect. I didn't know about that yet, I only saw her in camp, so then she doesn't have the weapon out. Lovely. I wonder whether the pistols or shotguns that she carries also have an effect.
Hello? Might I have a moment of your time?
Yes.
Professor Digglefitz at your service. Explorer, archaeologist, and experimental theologian. I'm searching for a book, a very special book, and I have reason to believe that it's here, inside the temple. It is called the Chronicle of the Devout. Bring it back to me, and I'm willing to offer a considerable reward.
You're from Stonebridge? A professor at the college?
Formerly of the college, actually. The review committee refused my tenure. Close-minded fascists that they are. My passion is Assionite theology, and it isn't exactly the rage at the college. Not in the present political climate.
Why is the Chronicle so important?
According to legend, it contains a full history of the religious community, the people who built the ruins and the vault. Think of it, an unbroken first-hand account. It could point the way to all manner of interesting sites. Satellite temples in the deep desert, secret chambers, burial crypts. A peerless find, I assure you.
What else can you tell me about the temple?
Not a great deal. I hired a few Lascanzi fellows to go inside and look around, but they haven't come out. The Chronicle will be locked away, so you'll need to find the keystone. Quite literally, a stone key. You'll have to pass a theological test before the keystone is revealed. Look for a book on an altar and answer the questions that it poses to you.
What else is in the temple? Guardians? Traps?
Both, I expect. I'm not sure what their precise nature will be, but I'm sure they will be exciting. The builders of the temple were born in the old empire. Lots of nasty magic in those days.
I want to know more about this theological test.
No telling what the particulars will be. Questions about the Azurite faith, I presume. But they usually left clues in the temple interior, if only to remind their grandchildren of the answers, in case the old secrets were forgotten.
So the ruins and the temple were built by the same people?
Yes, a community of priests and their followers. But they turned away from Azudai, and it all ended rather badly. I don't think you'll see any signs of heresy in the temple, though. When the priests abandoned their faith, they abandoned the temple as well. As far as I know, it still retains all the trappings of the Azurite Church.
If I find the Chronicle, I'll be sure to bring it back to you.
I shall wait for you here. Best of luck and all that.
Alright, let me just quickly save. As far as I remember from last time, this temple is pretty tough. If not the trash mobs, then at the very least all the rubbish that comes at the end.
What manner of guardians are these?
These aren't all that tough, of course. Well, let's see this one. I so wish that had critted. I love it when it crits. I pretty much love every spell that crits. What is that freezing effect? I think she... does she have something that freezes? Let's see. Certainly not me. Chaos Withering. It's a ring then? Yes, she has a Frostspire band. I knew I saw that effect from somewhere. Okay, can we go to the left, to the right? I think the right is blocked off, but let's just explore it anyway. And that is probably going to... yes, oh, bugger. Shield healing. That is what I want to see. Oh, no, why am I dying? I don't want to see death. Those sand gargoyles deal a whole lot of damage. Oh, a hidden chest. Yeah, not much loot, but nice enough. Anything here? No. Yes, I think this area to the right doesn't have anything. This lever once extended the bridge in front of you, but it is broken beyond repair. We'll probably find a lever on the other side once we are heading backwards. So let's go to the left and see what's over here. Probably more gargoyles, really. Yeah. I can't use any of the good spells. Come on, spawn on me. Oh, you need to close the door. It's a trap. How cute. Well, actually, these gargoyles are pretty dangerous. Gargoyles from the very start of the game until now are always dangerous, really, because of a lot of AoE spells that hit you multiple times. Okay, Katarina is actually clearing the entire room without me, eh? Let me see whether there's any lore in here. It looks like it should be. Now, even though the entire book is filled with rooms, there is not a single piece of lore in there. Oh well. Let's continue. I'm confused. It's not good to be confused in the middle of combat.
And that takes care of that.
I still need to get used a little bit to the melee combat. Can we loot that? No? No, it's not loot. Oh, come on, don't dodge me. Sodding creatures. Chest over there. We'll get that chest later on. Let's first explore this room. Really? Nothing again? Oh, a bookcase. That should go somewhere. And so Esnai sacrificed his life on the battlefield. As his shield broke, so did he break the power of the tyrant Saramoth, ending the evil of the First Age. Though he died immortal, he rose in death, our divine and eternal defender. That is probably going to be one of the hints that we're going to need to venture forth at some point, I guess. And this, is that? Yes, that's against the traps. Wonderful. I guess it's time to loot then. Oh, more spiders. What the? I never actually thought that the ultimate ability on the companions would be that powerful. Because she is pretty much just clearing everything. Perhaps I should use it more often as well.
There is the tablet. Easy to see, but not to reach.
No, that's the wrong button. What is the... oh, the V, wasn't it? Yes. Okay. There are two smooth, rounded depressions in the stonework of this altar. Below them is an inscription carved into the stone. Blessed are those gifted with the foresight of Esnai. May we all discern the path he has laid for us. The sacred orbs symbolize the defender's foresight and wisdom by which we are guided through this mortal life. May the eyes of the oracle shine with Esnai's light, with his radiance to guide us. We will always find our way.
So we find these orbs, place them on the altar, and the path to the tablet will open. Simple, no?
Oh, that's actually a nice description. Thank you. Alright, I guess that's exactly what we're going to do then. But before we continue with this Indiana Jones adventure and murder the boss over there, who's pretty damn strong, I remember, let's call it a day for now. And then I'll see you next time, I think. Alright, have a good evening.